Hello, welcome back to Kenya. This is my first proper video from the country after arriving yesterday. I've just been catching up on my sleep and now I'm ready to explore the city. This here is my Airbnb, sofa and TV as well as a kitchen. Only £15 a night, which I think is a really good deal. And the views of the capital Nairobi in this quite chill area. Lots of children running around, there's a few schools and a kind of a local vibe in the city. It doesn't feel too intense, it's quite a relaxed neighborhood. It's just off an area called Parklands. Those who know Nairobi will know whereabouts that is. I haven't been outside much apart from to get 1 or 2 meals. And I went to the supermarket earlier, picked up some of these enormous avocados. Kenya produces a lot of these. So I'm gonna grab a Uber or Bolt, which is the taxi app here. And with that, I'm going to head to a restaurant to try some of the local food. I'll be meeting a girl who's going to help show me around a little bit in the city today as well. All right, leaving my apartment. Lots of other locals live here. I'm actually on the 6th floor and it's a very residential area, like I said. But I quite like the views. You can see some skyscrapers in the distance of Nairobi. And you're probably wondering, what do you need to get into Kenya? Well, you need a PCR test, that's one, within 72 hours of arrival. And I think you also need to be vaccinated, but double check that. I'm not 100% sure, but because I am, I brought my evidence that I was vaccinated. And also, it's $51 for the visa. Lots of countries, including the UK and the US, etc. You can get the e-visa quite easily online. You just have to fill out a simple form, provide a passport photo, and then within a couple of days of making your payment, you'll get it granted. Then you just print out the form and bring that with you along with your passport, PCR test. And one more thing, when you get your negative PCR result, you need to upload that to the Ministry of Health of Kenya to verify that your test was negative. But once you can get past all of those things, then you're good to go. So I've called my Uber. It should be waiting for me by the time I get down here. You'll get a quick taste of what the vibe is like on my street. It's quite hot today, but I'm very excited to start wandering around. I guess it's sort of a siesta hour as it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. The supermarket I went to earlier is just sort of down the road. There's a little fish shop here and also a butcher's over there as well. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Yes. Here we are at my destination. Different part of Nairobi I haven't been to yet. Let's head to the restaurant. The Uber that I just took there cost 500 Kenyan shillings for about a 25-minute journey. So that's around £3.27 according to my currency converter app. And I am searching for the place now. but I will try Bolt. Apparently Bolt is cheaper than Uber in Nairobi, so I will have to try that particular app next time. So I've now found the restaurant where I'm going to eat in. It's called Kienyeji. Here, it's kind of a local vibe, and I'm just looking at the menu while I'm waiting for Aggie, my friend, to arrive. And on the menu here it has chicken, luya style, cured beef, mushrooms. That's all kind of fairly normal, but check out number 7, flying termites. Food has arrived, so has Agnes. What have we got? Are you going to explain to me what this is?
There's chicken.
Okay.
In Swahili it's called kuku.
Okay.
And there's white ugali.
Yes, ugali, which is one of the main staples in this part of Africa. Instead of rice, usually ugali is the main one here.
It's actually a nice one. And then there's Jason's chicken.
My chicken, yeah.
The brown ugali.
And brown
The
ugali.
famous brown ugali. It's actually
So
good.
you can get brown or white, depending on your preference. And then some vegetables here. Looks like spinach, is that right?
It's not spinach. It is not spinach. It's some traditional veggies. I don't know the exact name, but it is good.
Okay.
Both of them.
All right then, let's dig in. I've never eaten ugali before. Is this how you do it? You just break off?
Like a small piece.
Okay, I need to go bigger. Like this?
And then boil it up.
Okay.
Is it hot?
It's okay.
Just cook it a little and dip in some soup.
Okay. Dip in the soup. Wow. It is really different to anything I've tasted before. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think I need to get more used to it.
Yeah.
It's my first time trying it. The texture is really different.
It's a unique taste that once you get used to, is actually pretty good.
Okay. Can you take the white one? Show me how it's done.
Yeah. So
This is how it's supposed to do it.
take some garlic, boil it up real good, not the way you were doing it, and then just add some. Just a little, okay, and then you dip in some soup.
Out of the 2 ugalis, I'm gonna have to say that I think I prefer the white so far, which I wasn't expecting because usually I prefer to have brown bread over white bread, but there you go. Food is good though, and this is a great place to try local stuff here. I'll leave the link for it in the description in case you're interested. So just finished lunch there, and now we are grabbing a taxi to make our way to the center of Nairobi. Hello. Now here in downtown Nairobi, after taking a taxi. This area is a bit difficult to film in. The CBD, as I've been told, security and official buildings everywhere, and you can get in trouble. So I'm just showing you a few quick shots of what it looks like here in the city center around rush hour. It's about 6 p.m. now. And I'll take a few more shots somewhere else as well. Walking through downtown Nairobi in rush hour. You don't come here very often,
I don't.
do you?
There's a lot of people. But it is fun to walk around and just experience the rush. If
Yeah.
you want to, for the rush, you can come over to the CBD and just...
That's right. But there's so many different neighborhoods in Nairobi that you can find every kind of vibe, I suppose. There are some really relaxed, sort of hilly neighborhoods with cafes and stuff. And then you've got downtown here, which is where all the office buildings are. This mosque over here is quite well known. It's called the Jamia Mosque, I believe. From what I've read though, non-Muslims can't go inside this mosque. There's also a few famous restaurants in this area. The one right in front of us is called Al Yusra. It has a lot of reviews on Google, and I think I read about it in one of my guides. So this here is the city market, but it looks like it's closed now as it's after 6 p.m. Some more of the street vibe here as we walk through the center of one of the main roads of downtown. The Jamia Mosque just over there. Some things on sale outside here. Dates and different carpets and rugs. Thank you. Some belts. And some traditional hats here. That's the entrance to the mosque just behind. Hello, welcome back to Nairobi. Today is another day. I'm here at the Maasai Market. I wanted to show this in the first half of this video, but it wasn't open. Come here on a Saturday morning and you'll find that everything's set up. If you come during the week, it won't be here. It's located right next to the Supreme Court. You can see the Jomo Kenyatta Tower as well behind me. I'm not really sure how touristy it is or how authentic the items are, but certainly it's a good taste of some of the items you can expect to find in Kenya. And if you want to pick anything up as a tourist, then it's a good place to start. Good, thank you. Lots of local women here making the items on the floor with their hands, which is great to see. Shows a little bit of authenticity. I have to be honest, the people here are quite aggressive. I haven't filmed much of that, but most people will tell you to look at their stall as you walk past. So if you can put up with all those things, then the Maasai Market's a really interesting place to take a look at the items. You just have to put up with a little bit of pressure. So after visiting the Maasai Market, I'm just going to finish off the video by showing you the Giraffe Center here in Nairobi. It's in an area called Langata, and it's much further south, kind of close to Nairobi National Park, which I won't have time to visit on this trip because I'm planning to head to the Maasai Mara later on. But let me show you this place. It does great conservation work for giraffes and gives you the opportunity to feed them with your own hands. So to enter for a foreigner, it is 1,500 Kenyan shillings. They give you these pellets. There are some baby giraffes as well, which just about you can feed through the gaps. Giraffes eat a lot of food all day, so it's quite easy to turn up at any time and they will continue to eat as much as people turn up to feed them, as they are such large animals that they need a lot to keep going. It's a really nice experience. They can headbutt, you have to be careful, but in general they're super friendly. They have these big long tongues amazing to feed them in person. Part of being in Nairobi is the traffic and also the people that come past selling things as you're waiting in line. Hey, so I'm now back here at the rooftop of my apartment after just finishing off the video today by visiting the Maasai Market and Giraffe Center. I would say that the Giraffe Center on the surface looks great, but in terms of how ethical it is, I really don't know, because the giraffes can only take a little bit at a moment, and perhaps at times they feel frustrated because they cannot get as much food as they would like to. You know, in the wild they can grab as much as they want, whereas tourists feeding them bit by bit, you could argue, might cause them to feel a little bit disgruntled. I don't know how ethical that is, but it is a nice experience to go there. But how good it is for the giraffes, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe it is good for them. The Maasai Market is a nice place to go, but the people there, like I said, are a little bit pushy, and do be aware of that. One woman did come over and shout at me for filming, and then 5 minutes later, after a little bit of explaining, she said I was her son. So she went from 0 to 100, back down to 0 again. But there you go. Just before I wrap things up though, a little bit of housekeeping. Be sure to give this video and all my future videos that you enjoy a like. It's the #1 way you can help support me. Liking the videos helps them to appear higher in the search in the YouTube algorithm in 2022, as well as making sure that your notifications are on by clicking the bell button and selecting all notifications. That way every time I upload a video, you'll know about it. Other than that, I have a TikTok which I'm now posting to. The link is in the description below if you're interested in following my TikToks, as well as Instagram. Of course, as always, I'm posting reels, stories and pictures on there, behind the scenes kind of stuff. Later on today, in a few hours time, I'm going to head back out into Nairobi with Aggie, and we're going to take a Matatu, the local bus system here, which is all jazzed up with music and colors. Much more coming from Kenya, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers guys.